Alright YouTube, welcome to the channel. I'm Christopher Lee. This is Christopher Lee Shreds. Today, I'm going to do a quick one here. We're talking about pickups. Is there a difference? Does it matter? Do you think it matters? A lot of people will buy a guitar and then instantly think, man, I gotta swap the pickups out of that thing in order to make it a better guitar. And that might be the case for some. You know, I've swapped out pickups before for guitars that might have had like a noisy pickup. Like for instance, this guy here. This one had a very noisy neck pickup. I swapped it out and actually put in a Ibanez Super 70s, which is a little unheard of. I'll do a demo on this guy one day. It sounds really good. You know, you wouldn't expect to put an old vintage pickup in a relatively newer guitar. But I guess this is considered vintage too. You know, the pickup is from like 1994. Actually, I take that back. The pickup in this one is from 1974, and the guitar is from 2005? Yeah, 2005. So still all old gear, technically, but not exactly, you know, what most people would do. Most people would buy a guitar like this and then put a newer pickup in, but I didn't do that. But what I want to talk about specifically is this pickup here. This is a Fender Special Run Squier bullet body, two-tone burst. I've modified it. It has a Fender Ventera Classic, or whatever they call them, Ventera series neck on there. So it plays really well, but it's still electronically a Squier, a bullet Squier no less. You know, and what I'm pitting it up against here is my Les Paul, my Ibanez Lawsuit Les Paul, which has, right here in the bridge position, a Gibson burst bucker. Now these are alnico 5 magnets. This is going to produce a vintage tone that is considered warm and fat, while this is a ceramic pickup which has a completely different tone, so they say, and is going to do like a really high output, more modern tone, especially for metal and things like that. It's going to sound very modern-y and very gain and very high output. Whereas this one, again, more vintage, a little bit warmer and fatter. But is there really a difference for metal? Is there a difference at all? So I'm not sure. You guys tell me if there is. I'm going to do a blind test here. We're going to go clean tone, and then we're going to go distortion in the mix. And it just so happens that I have a song that I'd like to play for you from my old band, Defunct. The song is called Earth, and for that song I have recorded it with this, with the ceramics, and I've also recorded it with the Gibson burst bucker. And you know, in the neck position in this is a Super 70s, but the bridge position is a burst bucker. So I didn't switch to the neck position at all during the recording. It's all bridge, so it's basically going to be that Gibson versus this Squier. So let's see if we can hear the difference, and you guys tell me what you think.
If you guessed that the last clip was the Squier Bullet, you guessed correctly.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with this earth? What's wrong with this earth? What's wrong with this earth? Now that my predictions right. I reminisce my reminiscent genocide. I reminisce my reminiscent genocide. I reminisce my reminiscent genocide. It's my prediction. It'll break you, bring you down. It'll break you to the low down ground. What is done? It's my prediction. It'll break you, bring you down. It'll break you to the low down ground. What is done? It's my prediction. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with this earth? What's wrong with this earth? What's wrong with this earth? Now that my predictions right. I reminisce my reminiscent genocide. I reminisce my reminiscent genocide. I reminisce my reminiscent genocide. It's my prediction. It'll break you, bring you down. It'll break you to the low down ground. What is done? It's my prediction. It'll break you, bring you down. It'll break you to the low down ground. What is done? It's my prediction.
All right. If you guessed that last clip, guitars 3 and 4, were the Les Paul, you guessed correctly.
All right, there it is. There was the heavy, distorted, in the mix sample. Did you get it right? What made you pick what you picked? Let me know in the comments. For my money, I don't think there's much of a difference. I was pretty blown away when I was sampling these side by side as far as in the mix goes, with heavy gain, that high gain, that heavy distortion. I was shocked. The Squier sounds amazing. I mean, of course, this one here, as you're playing it, you can feel the difference. I mean, it just resonates through your whole body. That's why a Gibson is a Gibson. But, considering this guitar here weighs like 5 pounds, and this one weighs like 8 pounds, 8.5 pounds, they each have their merits. Let's put it that way. They each have their pros and they each have their cons, but I was still blown away with the sound quality of these pickups in this guitar. If I was gigging and growing up playing guitars with this quality, because this is from like 2019, I think, the body. If I had guitars of this quality when I was young and learning, I don't know if I would have ever upgraded my 7 strings or done anything like that. I probably would have just stuck with my first guitar ever and gigged with it. They just sound so good. But yeah, let me know what you think. And I just thought that was a fun little thing to do here. Comparing, this ceramic pickup to this lovely Gibson alnico 5. The cost of these pickups together, the Ibanez Super 70s and then the Gibson Burstbucker. I mean, for this cost, you can literally buy 2, maybe even 2.5, 3 guitars of this Bullet Burst. The price is insane. So as far as bang for your buck, I think they're both amazing. They both serve their purposes. I love them both. But tell me what you think. It was just a fun video. And I really was surprised and blown away with the quality of the pickups in that Bullet. And, of course, the quality of this one just sounds amazing too. I mean, just a wonderful fat vintage tone. But, of course, you throw in that high gain, that modern metal, and everything just kind of sounds beefy, and I mean I'm using the Line 6 badonk, so it gives it that. But thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Message me if you want a disc. I got plenty. They're falling out my you-know-what, and I'm can ship them out to you. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.